Here with Quinn Ewers, the number one player in the country for 2022, number one quarterback. Quinn, what's going on, man? How's it been?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just been hanging out with the family. That's about it.
We got you on to talk a little bit about your junior season, all the way to state championship. Just an incredible season for you and your teammates. But you had a kind of a crazy year with the injuries, and then into just a really rigorous playoff schedule, leading the state. Just what was the last couple of months just been like for you personally?
Yeah, it's been a little wild, to be honest. Just from trying to get back and then obviously playing in the state championship game. It's just been a blessing this past month to finally be out there with my team and make it as far as we did.
With the coronavirus stuff, there was a possibility you might not have even played as a junior. To be able to play and then go through the injury, what was it like, kind of rooting on your teammates? You had to put the backup quarterback in, and you guys won a lot of games that way, which says a lot about your team and your program and coaches as well. What was it like for you to you obviously are ready for your second year as a starter, and then you have that injury thrown your way. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it sucked at the time, but I honestly felt like I learned a little bit more about the game. I was able to kind of take a step back and look from a different view on the quarterback position. Than I haven't really gotten able to do that, and I just grew stronger in my faith, with God, and just watching my team out there. It obviously sucked, but I just tried to do as much as I could to help the team succeed and get to where we wanted to be.
When you did get back, you guys went on a run. You guys played some of the best teams in the state, obviously in the region, just to get to state. I'm talking about Arlington Martin, Trinity, Duncanville. Obviously, that Duncanville game is stuck in everyone's mind with the situations that were going on with Coach Riley and everything. Talk to me about what that Duncanville game was like, just to get to state, and honestly your playoff memories from this year overall.
Yeah, obviously going into that game, we had a little bit of motivation just because Coach Dodge was out. And, we kind of built that week around doing this for Coach Dodge. And, you know, we wanted to get coached by Coach Dodge one more time, at least the seniors, you know what I mean? The seniors wanted to have one more game with Coach Dodge and just being able to, have him on the sidelines and, just being around him because, he's such a fun guy to be around. And, yeah, obviously, we also had some motivation just because we lost to them the past 2 years before this year, and we finally got over that, and it was just that game was a lot of fun for sure.
What's it like for you as a quarterback? I'm sure growing up, you hear, quarterbacks are judged by their legacies and their statistics and all this. And, for you to kind of advance past Duncanville, like you said, the team that's kind of been your bugaboo the last couple of years, your team's bugaboo. What was it like to get over that hurdle, as a quarterback, as a leader for your team, a growing leader, and to bring your team to state, which, people didn't think that you guys would be able to do at the time?
Yeah, after we lost that game to Rockwall, I feel like the whole team kind of bought in because we didn't like that feeling after that game. We went to the locker room, was like, this is not us, this is not who we are, and just we thrived after that loss the rest of the season because everybody was doubting us in the beginning of the year, and nobody expected us to get where we ended up. So every week we were just like, we got to prove these doubters wrong. We got to prove who we are because we know who we were in the beginning of the year. We set our goals and we almost got there, but just came up a little bit short. But overall, I was super proud of my team. Just all the stuff we accomplished and just being able to play in that state championship game it was awesome. It was a cool experience. Even the build up. I always wondered what the build up was for a state championship. Just that week of preparation, and just to have a little taste of that it was incredible.
Now that you have that playoff experience, that state championship experience, I can't even imagine how excited you and your teammates are to get back to the field with the foundation that you guys have in place for next year. Obviously you're the number one player in the country. What's it like to be Quinn Ewers right now, preparing for your senior year with that experience in mind? What should people expect to see from you going into your final year at South Lake Carroll?
Yeah, I just try to focus on just being the same me I've always been. Being that freshman me who was so curious about what it was like to be on varsity and what it was like to play against all these great teams. So I can just soak in as much as I can and still Because, you know, I really haven't done anything quite yet. You know, I haven't got a ring like all these other quarterbacks that came out of Southlake. So I can't really say, you know, I'm feeling like good about it or anything. But, you know, we got a lot of work to do in the off season, but we have a good foundation going into off season. And that's the main thing we're focusing on. We have a lot of motivation also going into the off season, just because, you know, we came up a little bit short, and, you know, in that locker room, nobody liked that feeling of losing the state championship game. And, you know, we just want to get back there, and we want to host that trophy up on the 50-yard line next year.
No doubt. I'm so excited to see it. You know, off the field, you had some plenty of drama surrounding your recruitment, but you know, you handle it well, of course. It's backing off of Texas, which is not easy for, you know, a kid from Dallas to do, and committing to Ryan Day in Ohio State. Talk to me about what it was like to watch Ohio State's season. You know, for a while, didn't look like the Big Ten was even going to play, and then they're playing against Alabama in the title game. What was it like for you as a commitment now in the 2022 class to watch it all unfold?
Yeah, it was awesome to watch, you know, the team I'm going to be, you know, playing for in a year or so. But just watching them and just seeing what they do, you know, I had to be a part of something like that. Just, you know, the way they carry themselves off the field, and just the way they practice, the way Coach Day coaches quarterbacks, and the way he just coaches the whole team. You know, I like just the way their whole system is. They like to take shots, but they'll go. You know, they'll scheme it up when they have to, and that's just something I want to be a part of for sure.
What's your relationship like with Coach Day? And you know, from your angle, Justin Fields was a guy we're all looking at as a first round pick in the next couple of months. The way he ended the season with the game against Clemson, and obviously in the title game, he played really well as well. What were your thoughts on seeing how Fields progressed throughout the year?
Yeah, you know, that's another main reason I picked Ohio State, just because, you know, Coach Day and Coach Dennis really know how to develop quarterbacks. Um, and I want to be a part of that. You know, I want to be developed to my highest potential. So, you know, hopefully, and, you know, God willing, I get drafted maybe. So we'll see. But you know, it's just a dream come true to you know, be committed as to Ohio State, and just super excited.
So behind the scenes, obviously Ohio State has you. They have Caleb committed out of Texas. What's going on with your recruiting cap on? Who are you trying to bring, you know, from locally to come with you up to Ohio State?
Yeah, you know, I'm working on it, but I don't got any names right now. Classified.
Hey, that's why people pay the big bucks for these subscription websites, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll get you out of here on this, Quinn, and we appreciate, you know, you hopping on with us. Is you can't not ask about, you know, the state of Texas college football. Texas A&M had their highest ranking, and I think since 1939 or something. Texas went and hired Alabama offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian, put together a whole new staff in Austin since the time you were committed. What's your pulse on the two in-state teams that make a lot of headlines? What's going on with A&M and with Texas?
Yeah, obviously A&M had a great year, but in Texas with the new hire, you know, not a lot can change my mind right now. You know, I'm pretty stuck in with Ohio State for sure. Not much can change my mind on that one.
Well, I'm sure that they can't wait to get the number one player in the country for 2022. Quinn, we appreciate you hopping on, man, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you guys.